I wouldn't recommend this choss pile. It's my worst enemy. Easy hiking. This isn't too bad. I mean, you have a bomber hold with your hand. I mean, if it was wet, this would be hell.
What are we doing today, Trent?
Mount Constance. We're climbing Mount Constance tonight.
Woo!
Or today. I always climb at night, so it's kind of weird that
Leaving late in the morning.
Yeah, we're actually starting to climb at like 9 a.m. So it'll be a nice just day climb, and it's gonna be weird feeling awake and not like I'm falling asleep on the whole climb. It's a really sketchy climb, but we're gonna try to be safe with ropes and everything. So
We are at the trailhead heading up to Lake Constance today. Trent forgot his sun shirt, so he throws down his pack right there where somebody peed. Not a good spot to set it, Trent. All right, we're finally on the trail here. We're heading up to Mount Constance. Probably try to summit tomorrow. How you doing, Trent?
doing good.
Woo.
I'm gonna make it.
The first section is just a washed out road before we get to the burned out section, which is like, it's considered the hardest day hike, is heading up to the hardest day hike in Olympic National Park is heading up to Lake Constance. So we'll get that done today and probably a little bit more. So this should be fun.
We just started the hike. There's too much elevation gain. I can't handle it. It's too steep. Look how steep this is.
Very rugged trail here.
Grant's really struggling.
Yeah, my pack's too big. Weighs all of 20 pounds.
20-pound pack. I think I have a 30-pound pack about. I got the rope because I'm the noob on this trip.
I have the rack, so that weighs more than the rope.
Yeah, but I have way more stuff. Just kidding.
Did you bring a couch?
This is the washout area right along the river. Very beautiful. So it's so hot out here that we're finding that if we like air out with our pants down for a little bit, it's really cooling us off a lot. We're almost to the cutoff. This hike is flat, and then it's going to be very, very steep. All right, so we're finally at the real trailhead. This doesn't look fun, I gotta be real. Like already it looks like garbage.
This is
Why
gonna be
did
great.
Why did you invite me on this?
Because misery likes company.
It's really not gonna be a good time, but whatever. I'll be the judge of how bad it is. So Grant is down there. It's so hot. But this trail is not as bad as I was led to believe. It's like a scramble. I mean, it's not a scramble, but it's like it's kind of like a bushwhack, but it's not like really a it's not as bad as like on Clark.
This is the worst part.
It's not that bad. This is so on Clark there was places where like there's literally zero trail. We had to like I get where the trail went, but like it was not clear. But this one at least has a boot path. It's kind of like the Kamikaze Trail on Tenerife with a little bit more brush.
So we are here on this trail and it's missing, and we see it somewhere over there, maybe 500 feet. There's a cliff between us and the main trail, so we're gonna either go up the cliff behind us or figure it out. What do you think, Trent? Keep going up the cliff?
I think it'll be shorter.
Think it'll be shorter?
I just don't like elevation gain and loss.
I know.
I will. I'm the kind of guy that will like drive around for 30 minutes to park a half mile closer to the 50-mile trailhead. So we're bushwhacking over to the real trail, and that's where we came down. The trail is like right over there. I don't know if it's a good idea. I hurt myself a little bit. I don't like it. Didn't feel great. I don't like you, Grant. Stopping at the first tree covered spot on the primitive trail. Getting some water here. I made Grant get my water because he's being slow. It is so hot that both of us took our pants off. And we're just in our underwear because, I mean, it's bad. So where the trail goes through this very beautiful woods along this stream for a while. It's pretty hot, but sometimes we get a cold area, and it's really nice.
I'm having some heat exhaustion, and Trent here is a manly man. Decided to carry my pack, so we've halfway strapped it to his. What?
I'm practicing being a Sherpa. Sir, are you doing okay, sir? You need me to take your heavy trekking pole?
Yeah, a little heavy.
Heavy trekking pole?
Heat exhaustion's not fun.
Yeah. It's a little bit hot out here, so I decided to take the pack. I'm doing okay. This is awkward to carry 2 packs. I have to carry 2 packs. Feels like about 50 pounds maybe. Not too much actually.
How does this compare to your Denali pack?
About the same.
About the same?
Maybe a little bit more because the Denali pack I trimmed out pretty much on summit day, but it was 130 pounds of gear when I started.
Damn.
But this is only probably 50, 55 maybe. But yeah, it's actually not bad. Like I feel strong. Like I feel like I just climbed up 3,800 feet, and you know, about 200 of it with this much weight, and it's, I still feel like I basically did nothing. So good stuff.
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah. Living the dream. It's fun.
You're the man, Trent.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Man, being guided up a mountain is kind of tough. Like sometimes I feel like I don't know. I feel like I'm just like carrying somebody's pack or something. So we're to Constance Lake.
Lake Constance.
Lake
Woo!
Constance right here. Beautiful lake. I'm gonna go swimming. It's hot today. Oh, he's like having a heat stroke. I had to carry his pack. It's really hot. Like, I probably should have just worked today. But YOLO, you know?
You're the man.
So we went swimming in Lake Constance, and now we are heading up this canyon. Hopefully the mountain. So just hiking up Avalanche Canyon here. See the brothers behind me and Lake Constance. It's a beautiful day.
I've been having some heat stroke issues up here. I'm in the Avalanche Canyon. Behind me is, I don't know if you can see it, it's the brothers, 7022 and Harash. It's Point Smith, South Summit, and then Constance is over there. I told Trent, because I've been having some issues, just trying to keep my temperature down. It's like 80 or 90 up here. But I told him just to go on ahead of me. So he's in much better shape. And I think he's going to go try to go get Harash. And yeah, that's about it. So I've come up, oh, probably a quarter of Avalanche Canyon by myself because I was slowing him down. I don't want to slow him down. So he's having fun. I'm having fun. Just taking her easy. It's beautiful.
Feels so cool just walking through this valley by myself.
So I've made it almost to the cat's ears. My climbing partner Trent is in front of me and he is kicking ass. I, on the other hand, am having some heat exhaustion issues because it's about 80 or 90 degrees. According to the weather, at the lake is supposed to be about 90. So it's a little cooler in here, which is feeling good. But I was having a really hard time getting up to the lake. Trent was a big help. Anyway, he was getting a little frustrated waiting for me, so I said, hey, you don't have to wait for me. I know exactly where I'm going. I want you to head up and make this climb your climb. So we have a meeting spot where we're going to bivvy, and he's going to be up there waiting for me. In fact, I think I see him up there. So this is super fun.
Coming up that scree field was not worth it. It's dangerous. It hurts. This is a winter climb for sure for me. I wouldn't recommend this choss pile. It's my worst enemy. Coming up that was awful. I like it up here. So this is the first time I used my bivvy. We're like a billion mosquitoes here, but we have an incredible view of Seattle, Puget Sound. Okay.
The mosquitoes are so bad that a mosquito went inside my ear and it got stuck in my eardrum. It was the worst thing. I was going crazy. So Trent came up with the idea to pour some water down there. I was using a blade of grass to try to get it out because it is drowned. I'm plugging my other ear now. I'm gonna put a hat on.
Yeah.
I had my hood down.
Here it is.
Oh.
I got it out. So I basically had to reach in the water in his ear, and I had to fish it out because it had drowned. So that's what happened. That's disgusting.
All right, I'm gonna dump my ear out.
So here's here. I'll show you, homie. This guy.
This is insane.
This guy was all the way in there.
Holy crap!
Like around the corner. So tilt your head back because there's some. There you go. I got the nasties out. There's some gunk on the stick that went in your ear.
Hey, look at the fireflies.
Where?
Oh wait, no, those are fucking stars. Sorry. Here you go.
After the notch, there's this moat that we're walking in. Makes it easier. So we're making breakfast here. We're at about 7,500 feet. It's pretty steep sketch, but the sunrise is amazing. We're melting water and there's mosquitoes everywhere. We're gonna go across there. Easy hiking. Incredible views. I bagged the south summit. It's beautiful up here. So this is finger traverse. So there's a little bit of exposure here. I'm going on a rope here. This part I probably would be easy to do unroped, but this part is it's like friction, and then obviously there's like a 1,000-foot cliff there, so like being belayed on this would probably be very, very prudent, unless somehow you like to free solo stuff. I mean, it's not really free soloing, it's just you don't want to die.
You don't want to die. Do you have a camera roll?
Yeah.
So that one there's super shitty.
Oh, this sucks.
Yeah, no, that's, you were like pulling me off the wall here.
Okay.
Sorry for yelling at you.
No, you needed to. I didn't realize what you wanted. The rope kind of caught a bit.
Well, I figured you just didn't hear me.
I'm just gonna let it dangle.
And then if you could just do a natural anchor like this, it'd be good.
Yeah. This isn't too bad. I mean, you have a bomber hold with your hand. I mean, if it was wet, this would be hell. So now you can say you did the finger traverse at least. Ah.
You alright?
Yeah. This hurts my feet. Oh. Here.
You good?
Yeah.
I am on an anchor, by the way.
Okay. I mean,
Taking off belay.
I was never close to falling,
No, me neither.
so I could see how that could be done unroped, but like, you would never want to.
I'm taking off belay. Is that okay?
Okay. So there's the finger traverse. We went up and then down and then down. The actual trail goes up here somewhere, but I'm looking at that. I'm not seeing it, but maybe it's not as bad as it looks. So we came up here. I mean, we came down here, but we do not, absolutely no way do we want to go up that. We finally made it to the summit ridge. We just have to go up that. So I'm in the summit block area. I hope there's an easier way up that spire.
No, this isn't Alex Honnold.
So we came up that ridge line. We're wrapping around. The summit block is up here. We're gonna go around it, and hopefully there's an easy way to the summit on the backside. Everything's going great. I feel much more optimistic now that we're close to the summit. I felt so depressed earlier today. It seems so like hopeless. Like this is such a hard climb. So there's the summit block. Trying to figure out how to get up there. Alright, so this is my first trad lead. I'm gonna just go up this. It's probably class 4, but I don't want to die, so.
I'd say it's like a 5.4 maybe?
I mean, it looks like a 5.4, but I mean, I bet you it was rated class 4 just because people like to sandbag things.
Wouldn't you?
I only did on Olympus because I had climbed more technical than the summit, than the actual route I was attempting. Oh, yeah, we're idiots. Oh, here's a rap station. I might belay you from the summit because I want to get in line with you. Huh, I'm at the summit. Now I'm perfectly in line too. The summit of Mount Constance. Good day. I gotta belay him up. See what's in this thing. Mountaineers. Ha! That's funny. Nothing against the Mountaineers, but their badging thing I think gives people a false sense of security. Oh. Gran just filling out the summit register. We're the first people to be up here for 16 days. Good stuff. 15 days? 14 days? I don't know. Whatever. It's been a while. This is incredible, but I am apprehensive about getting down. I think we just need to be safe and rappel, not just down climb.
I like how people like got Warrior Peaks there behind you, kind of up there, wrapping into the sunset.
Sunrise.
Sunrise, yeah.
We're officially on the way down.
Woo!
Now we need to be careful and not die. So, here's the top of the finger traverse. You want to head down, which is weird. We wanted to go around, but you can't. There's no trail. So you gotta go down, and you gotta go up that, and then it's pretty easy. Nothing past class 3 till the sun's blocked. So this is the finger traverse, but this part is like the entry part. Oh, that's cool. You can like climb down in there. Whoa, I would not want to go down in there. What?
Your hands on is a natural anchor. If you flip it over, go the other way.
Like that?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Now I won't swing as far. So yeah, just flip the rope around that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a cam right up there. Okay, climbing. Yeah. Okay, it's around it. I can't set a cam yet. There we go. Trying to look for a good spot for a cam. There we go. Not bad, it's just kind of a hike, just a lot of exposure. Grant has a blister on one of his feet, a couple blisters. We just ate at the lake. This beautiful lake here. and tended to our wounds, soaking our feet in ice water for a little while, or the icy alpine lake for a little while. Really made it nice. My feet feel great, even though I stabbed it with my trekking pole at one point and a rock hit it really hard. But it still feels pretty good. He's struggling. He was puking a while back. I think he drank something, but also he said he might be peak from heat. Think you're gonna make it?
It's hot.
Yeah, it's hot.
I'll make it.
Made it to the trailhead at exactly 7:30 p.m. We have 5 miles to go. He's getting new socks. Got wet feet, so he's trying to keep from getting a blister, or keep his blisters from getting bigger.
Yeah, I got lots of blisters.